What's going on, guys? It's Zero bringing you another Call of Duty Ghost gameplay. We're doing another episode of the slow-mo free-for-all, low sensitivity gaming, and this time we're going to be playing on the map Strike Zone. And this isn't the greatest gameplay in the world. I mean, I ended up with above a 3.0 ratio, which is nothing special in free-for-all. But I did have a really nice, it was either a 22 or a 23 gun streak in it, so, I mean, it's not a bad gameplay, it just has a rough start. The reason I chose this map is because I wanted to show that even on a submachine gun oriented map like this, you can still do really well with a low sensitivity. You don't need to bump up to an 8 or 9 sensitivity on these this style of map to do well. I mean, I think that I'm on a 4 here. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's no higher than a 4. It's either a 3 or a 4, and I'm pretty sure it's a 4. So you don't really need to have your sensitivity too high, even on a submachine gun oriented map, to do well. Now, generally, I've done the video on 3, and I'm pretty sure that this one is on 4. Now, on the PS4, I play on 5, and that's probably, honestly, because of the resistance in the sticks. Like, my Razer Onza controller that I used for this video has next to no stick resistance. It's pretty much just a free-floating stick. And with that, I prefer a little bit lower sensitivity. But with the higher resistance of the PS4 controller, I feel at 5. Well, a 5 on the PS4 with its controller feels like a 4 on this system. So you don't really need that high sensitivity. I mean, I know I keep saying that, but I just want people to understand that there are much more important things that will affect your gameplay than your sensitivity. Your number one thing that's going to affect your gameplay is your connection. Without a good connection, it doesn't matter how great you are, you're not going to get really good gameplays. The second thing that that affects your gameplay is going to be your map knowledge. Knowing the maps, knowing the hotspots, knowing the routes people take, and especially in free-for-all, knowing the spawn points is going to help you out majorly. What you'll see me doing here is I keep going back and forth here in the same area, and that's because I know where the spawn points are for this area. So I know that there's one spawn point right outside that door there. There's one spawn point right outside the back door here, and I don't believe that there's a spawn point in the kitchen there, but I could be wrong about that. I just keep checking it just because I'm not sure. But a lot of the kills that I get are, from using sound to my advantage and using the spawn knowledge to my advantage. So that's definitely the second most important thing, and that applies across all game types, not just free-for-all. You need to be able to look at your minimap and think, okay, my teammates are here, here, and here, so they're going to be spawning here, and be able to accurately predict that to do well. After that, then I think map movement is the third most important thing. How you move about the map, doing things like not sprinting around quarters if you don't have ready up, things of that nature. Using cover to your advantage when you're moving, not just running straight down the middle of like a hallway or something like that. And then comes gun skill. Gun skill is, like I said, it's one of the harder things to acquire, but it just comes with time. It comes naturally to you. Now, there are ways that you can specifically practice your gun skill, and I'll probably make a video about that in the future. Show you the ways that I practice gun skill, and that was just lag right there. There's really not much, could be said about that. It warped me back around the corner, kind of gave me an unfair advantage on that guy because I saw him there, and then I was back around the corner and was just able to spray him as I went around the corner. But yeah, I'll make a video on how to improve your gun skill. And I'm going to switch gears a little bit now, and I've had the PS4 since Friday, so I've had a weekend with it, and just wanted to talk a little bit more about it. So far, I'm loving the system. The major improvement, obviously graphics is a huge improvement, but the most important improvement to me was that I've been in several parties with a bunch of my clan mates in the Over 30 clan, and even though we've been in, I'm in Ohio, I've played with people in Oklahoma and California, and the connections in a situation like that, where you have people all over the country in the same party, are so much better on the PS4 than they were on the 360. I'm not sure how the Xbox One connections work, but if it's anything like that, then the next gen systems, in my opinion, are worth it just for that alone. You will definitely be able to feel a little bit of lag, but when I say a little bit, I mean that you have to have a really good understanding of what your connection is and, the different levels of lag that you can experience in order to even detect it. I mean, it's things like it would seem like if I would fire full auto at somebody, that my second shot would be the shot that would start registering, even though I was on target on my first shot. So, I mean, it's just small things like that that, you know, I mean, on the Xbox 360, sometimes it feels like it's, you know, I'm 5 or 6 shots behind. So that's a huge, huge help. And, you know, there comes the chem strike. Another thing I wanted to talk about on the PS3, and I'm going to have to be quick on this, is that they still have HDCP enabled for gameplay. And if you don't know, HDCP is the high definition copyright protection, which prevents you from recording things from your HDMI, which, you know, if you do YouTube videos, that's a huge, huge thing. Now, the Twitch streaming works all right with it. I mean, it's, you know, for a built-in feature, it's hard to complain, you know, with as little configuration you're able to do. But, you know, come on, Sony. You guys advertise this as the gamer system. You know, so do the right thing by gamers here and disable that HDCP soon. I don't want to have to buy an HDCP stripper or an HDMI splitter just to be able to record my gameplay. Well, guys, until next time, this is Zero saying, I'll catch you on the flip side.